This is the Crowbar with part 3 of my guide for the Blade Wolf DLC. In this section there's a couple enemies roaming around. You have a Mastiff here, and there is a couple of geckos up ahead that you need to be aware of. You'll be able to find a couple items scattered around this area, mostly along the walls, along either side of the street. Now for the Mastiff up on the bridge here, you can come around and sneak into this tunnel, but there is a decent chance you can get caught here, as I do here, because you'll alert him. However, if you just immediately go ahead and restart your game there, then you'll load the checkpoint at the top there, and that guy will be gone. So you don't have to worry about him. And that doesn't affect your rating for any of the fights for this section, so it's a nice way to just get around fighting him, especially if you're on a higher difficulty. There are a few items in this area that we can get, but first I'm going to take out some of the enemies here. I believe that was actually the Mastiff from the bridge. In this tunnel you'll be able to find an upgrade. Up here you'll be able to find a data storage unit. And before you advance into the main building, you can jump up to this area here and access a VR terminal to get the final VR mission for the Blade Wolf DLC. And this VR mission is actually a platforming segment. I will say that you can actually find a upgrade during this platforming segment. There's a small section of the level where you have to cut out a few parts of the environment. And the trick with this mission that makes it very annoying is that if you want to get an S rank in it, you actually have to kill all the people you come across. So if you are going for S ranking the Blade Wolf DLC, then that's something you need to keep in mind. And it's rather difficult to kill everybody in this mission, especially with the odd perspective. It makes it kind of difficult to aim things and attack easily. And in that wall there, I found the upgrade that I need for this area. And then in this section, you'll need to fight a whole bunch of dwarf geckos. Easiest way is to just get close to them and then go into blade mode and chop them up. After completing that mission, we're on to the final little section of this DLC before the boss fight. And this part is fairly difficult to stealth through. You need to kind of lure your enemies up properly. At the starting here, you want to wait until the first larger guard here comes into the hallway that you're in, and the one that was on the right will pass to the left, and then the one that was on the left will come into you. Or more accurately, he will come near the door, which lets you stab him and attack him. Now, what makes this kind of difficult to stealth through is that there is a guy up on the raised platform up here, and he will see you regardless of which direction you come from, but if you come from the right and stick to the wall, then he won't completely notice you. He will on higher difficulties. You can get another upgrade here. That's your final upgrade. But he won't be able to notice you if you go along the right wall. And then on higher difficulties, you'll need to use a smoke grenade or something to avoid detection there. Now, I actually did miss something, and I unfortunately no longer have this game that I can re-record it here. The final datapad for the Blade Wolf DLC is actually back inside of the hallway with the VR terminal. If you go back into that room after killing everybody here, you'll find one of the double dwarf geckos that are pretending to be people, and if you kill him, you will pick up the datapad. Sorry I didn't get that in here, but I don't have Metal Gear Rising to record that segment over again. I went ahead and tossed a grenade here so that I have a chance to sneak up on this guy using stealth. And finally, once this is all done, you can head through the door and go to the final boss fight of the area.